What's going on, YouTube? Team G Sale back with another pickup video. We are trying something completely different this time around. My wife and I and my kids are out actually on the road doing some game hunting. So I'm going to post some game hunting footage. This is really the first time I've tried this out, so please forgive my shoddy camera work. My GoPro was being a little fidgety and I wasn't really sure how certain stores were going to take me filming in there. So we are in southern Manitoba today. We're actually just pulling into a smaller town called Carman. Now all these southern towns have these MCC or Mennonite Central Committee stores. They can be hit or miss. I've come here and found some really good stuff, and I've come here and found nothing. And it's been about 6 months since I've been at this store. So we're going to take a look today and see how things go. Please follow to the end of the video because I will be doing giving instructions, on my free video game 100 subscriber giveaway. So again, please check it out. Really excited to be giving this a try. And if this works out and the filming goes well, hopefully we can do more of these videos instead of just simply pickup videos. So again, thanks for following along. And again, if you haven't already subscribed, please do to be part of the draw coming up soon. Stay with us. Hopefully we find something. Now we're in town here and pulling right up to the store. If you ever get a chance to come to these small towns, the thrift stores are kind of cool. The people are really nice. The prices are really cheap. Video games and board games, usually around $1 or $2 per game. So here's the store here coming up on the right, and we'll just pull right in and... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? Move. Oh, I did not think I'd be coming to a small town to get stuck in traffic. This is unbelievable. Move the car. All right, there we go. All right, so we're pulling in. Here's the Carman store here. Gonna be turning the... and now we're in the store. Sports titles. Not again. Every time I go to these stores, it's more and more sports titles. Oh, jeez. Oh, of course, karaoke for the Wii. Can't forget that. Well, this is kind of cool. This is a pencil case. 50 cents for The Simpsons. Yeah, that's definitely cool. I'll grab that. Pretty good selection of board games here. Yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No one cares. This Batter Up game looked interesting, but then I kind of looked at it and it looked really cheap, so I put it back. Oh, Trivial Pursuit American Idol. That's not one I'm going to buy for sure. Hey, look, Ark Rival. This game's actually really fun. It's a Parker Brothers game. I already own it, but $2, I may end up picking it up. Monopoly, not much here. Pretty much all the same stuff I usually find when I go to these stores. But, you win some, you lose some. Yum! Hey, $1.50. I already have it, so I'm not going to buy it today. That's for sure. Well, Carman was a bust, and here we are in Morton. So this is the Morton Community Thrift Store. Unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of luck with this store. The last few times I was here, they had individually priced games at like $20 and higher. But you never know. Hopefully we find something. But again, Morton is only about 20 minutes from where we just were in Carman, so it doesn't hurt to just take a drive south and take a look here. So let's head on inside and hopefully we find something here. Alright, well, starting off with some games. Wii games, Gold Gym. $2 is a decent price, but I already own it, so there's no point of buying it. Oh, look, My Fitness Coach 2. Yeah, I already got that one too. This one was kind of interesting, but again, I don't really collect PS2, and I'm not going to start with a Cabela's title. And Just Dance, Xbox One, looking good. And some Zumba. Nothing. I don't say this enough, but if you are at thrift stores, if you collect VHSs, thrift stores is the place to be. They are usually a quarter to 50 cents. You can grab a lot. I always scan them looking for horror movies or cartoons that I don't have, anything of that nature. So again, hopefully we can find something here. George of the Jungle. It's kind of cool. But, for $1, I don't know. I could probably get it cheaper somewhere else. Robin Hood? What? The Robin Hood gang? That is weird. I'm putting that back. What's this with the baby Einsteins? Rocky and Bullwinkle. Why in the world didn't I buy this now in retrospect? I'd love Rocky and Bullwinkle. But I ended up putting it back. Board games. Haikyuu. Nothing there. I already own it. Knifel? Yeah, German board games are super common, so nothing uncommon here. Plus, I wouldn't really be able to play it because, well, I couldn't read it. There actually was a few uncommon board games here, but this woman would not move to the side of me, so I never got a chance to get them on footage. Some more games. Nothing or other. Oh, look, 2 karaoke glees in one day. I must be my lucky day. Jeez, Narnia! Put it back, please, please. You guys know how I feel about Narnia if you've watched any of my videos before. I love Narnia, but not Prince Caspian. Another Zumba game. This, NHL, this is kind of turning out to be a bust. My wife hasn't found anything. I've found absolutely nothing except for a Simpsons pencil case and a board game I already own. I really hope this picks up. Toka Driver, $1. Again, PS2. Okay, now, I'm going to have to pause here for a minute. We are in a card shop? I'm not even sure how to define this store. My wife went to a clothing store next door and I just popped in. There is a ton of stuff in this store. It's absolutely unbelievable. But in terms of video games, he had one small rack and 64 controllers for $7. Might seem like a good deal, but the joysticks are broken. Now, unfortunately, I would have got more footage if I could have, but the owner of the store was really friendly and came over to start to talk to me, so I put my GoPro away. But he had a whole bunch of really good PS1 titles, including Parasite Eve and a bunch of Final Fantasy games, but unfortunately he had them individually priced. So when I asked him if the prices were firm, he said no, those ones are all $1. And I almost lost my mind here, because this is a steal, until he told me there's no discs in any of the games. But for $1 for the cases for some of these uncommon games, it was worth it just for those. He also had some 3DO long box and Sega CD box titles. It was really interesting. I ended up picking up a few of these. We'll show you at the end what I ended up getting them for. Alright, so we are at final thrift store here in Morris, Manitoba. Red Greenopoly? What the? I've never seen that. Some pretty cool board games here. This is bonkers. It's a pretty fun game. I already own it though, so there's really no point in me picking this one up. $2 is a great price, but it's really ripped, and it'd be hard for me to resell this, so back on the shelf. What else do they got here? Actually, a lot of board games. Hey, there's a Vintage Trouble. Again, I already own it, and it's taped up really bad, so again, no resale value there. Some tennis game, not really interested in that. Ice Age, Probe. Again, some decent games if you're just looking to add to your board game collection. This is a backgammon set. The wooden ones actually hold some value, but this one is not one of those ones, so back on the shelf again. Not really anything else here to note. Check the top row here, some bingo. Hey, there's the Home Improvement game. I already own like 3 copies of this, so there's no way I'm buying it, but definitely interesting to see it again. I mean, it's definitely not rare if I keep running into it. $3 is not a horrible price, but again, no interest. Moving along, not much else for board games here today, so...
What's up, everybody? This is Team G Sale back for another pickup video, and this is an especially good pickup video because it is my 100th subscriber giveaway. So thanks to all those who have been subscribing. I'm now up to 110, which is amazing. So the free game giveaway will commence today. All you need to do is simply comment on the video. Anything you want to comment, your name, a shout out, anything, and you will automatically be entered. And I will be doing a live stream that will have the randomizer in there to pick the winner, and that person will be getting a free game of their choice of the ones that I posted on me. So again, thanks for all the support. It's been amazing. This is a small pickup video, which is perfect because it coincides really nice with doing the giveaway. So that being said, as usual, let's start with non-video game pickups. This week, not too many, but Neil, my cousin, was out at the thrift store and he found a copy of Peanuts. When I love Charlie Brown or Peanuts related stuff, and this was a Motion Comics collection. It's got the disc right in there. It was $2 at the thrift store, and for that price, I'm definitely interested in adding it to the collection. So again, thanks, Neil. And while we're on the topic of Neil, he also found this for me at Value Village. The price tag is right on the side there, $4.99. And it is, sorry, not in frame, there you go. It is a Surprise Slides Peanuts game. Looks like pretty much Snakes and Ladders, essentially. But it is a modern take. It's not a vintage game by any stretch of the imagination. Looks like the date is 2010. But again, it is Charlie Brown, Peanuts related stuff, which I love to collect for. So again, thanks, Neil. Always great that someone else is keeping an eye out for me. While we're on the topic of board games, I found this one at an out-of-town thrift store. The price is right there. Hopefully you can get it in there. Kind of hard to see. $2.50. And it is Ark Rivals. Not the NES game, but the board game. And it is Parker Brothers game. Essentially what you're doing is you're trying to build an Ark. It's got all kinds of really cool little plastic pieces. I have this already, so this will be a copy I will sell at a convention. And I have one coming up in December, so perfect timing. Out-of-town thrift store. Price is right there. I'll see if I can get it in the frame. 50 cents. They put these little weird labels on there. And it is a Simpsons pencil case. Nothing fancy, just a run-of-the-mill Simpsons pencil case. But for the price of 50 cents, I'll add it to the collection. Lastly, for non-Videogame Pickups, these were cool, by the way. So the first one here is $3.99. I got it at the Salvation Army. See if I can get it in frame there. And it is a G.I. Joe transport. Really good shape, by the way. Almost complete. It's just missing the gun turret on the top. Otherwise, it is complete, and it's in mint shape. And I love G.I. Joe stuff. Had a lot of them as a kid. Very hard to find G.I. Joe vehicles that are in good shape and have most of the pieces, so this was really nice to see. I was actually walking up, and they had a big bin, and I saw this sitting on top, so I started digging, and sure enough, I don't know why this one is $1 more, but this one was $4.99. It's kind of hard to get the price in there, but $4.99. And this was a G.I. Joe, I think it's called the Mobat tank. It's basically a electronic tank. It's missing the battery cover, but otherwise it looks to be in complete and really good shape. And this one's cool because it actually has the Canada flags all over it. It's kind of hard to see with the reflection, but again, for $5, and I did test it, it does work. The only problem is keeping the batteries to stay in, but I mean, you could use anything to do that. So again, really cool to add that to the collection. All right, on to video game pickups, and there were quite a bit this week, so let's go through them. Value Village, $3.99. I got an Xbox exclusive that I don't own called Brute Force. Now, I don't know much about this game. Kind of looks like it could be a shoot 'em up. It is missing the manual, but again, for $4, I'll take it since it's an exclusive and I don't own it. So I'll post some gameplay of the game right up here for you to take a look. And yeah, again, Brute Force, why not? Add it to the collection. Kind of a shame because I was at the thrift store today with Neil, and he saw that and he goes, "You need this?" I said, "Yeah." I grabbed it. I went over to look at the board games, and he comes over, and this is after looking at all the video games, and he comes over with 3 games. I go, "What did you find?" Ugh. Somehow I missed a $3.99 copy of Zelda Wind Waker and a $3.99 copy of Super Monkey Ball for the GameCube. They were in the very bottom row. I'm actually notoriously bad for skimming things over too quickly, and this time it caught me. So good pickup for Neil, though. So, but either way. But I did get a good pickup at Value Village this week on my own, and this was when I was by myself. First one here, $3.99. They seem to be pricing games a little cheaper lately. And this one is actually a little hard to find. It's Gauntlet Dark Legacy. For the original Xbox, and I thought I owned this, but I actually don't. It is missing the manual, but I mean, that's okay. This is, I think it's around a $20 game as always. Sorry, I will post the prices of them right here, but for $3.99, I'll take it. And right beside it, for the same price of $3.99, was Dragon Quest 8 for the PS2. And in really good condition. It has the extra Final Fantasy demo disc there. But yeah, this is it there. Really excited. This one is one of the ones I'll probably be giving away if somebody wants it. Or if it doesn't get picked, I will trade it because I don't collect PlayStation 2 stuff. Made a deal on Kijiji this week. This guy had posted a lot of retro games, and his prices were really fair. And I actually messaged him about 5 or 6, but most of them had sold. But he had these 2 left over, and it was $12 for both. So essentially, I'm just looking at $6 a piece, which is kind of like I overpaid on one, but I underpaid on the other. So the first one is a Super Battle Tank War in the Gulf for the Super Nintendo. So yeah, he actually had this price at $2. But again, for $2, I'll definitely take that. That was really, really good. And then for $10, he had Donkey Kong Country, and it is the Game of the Year edition. Player's Choice Edition. So for $10, this is a pretty fair price. This game routinely sells for anywhere between 20 to 25. So for $10, I'll add it to the collection. So again, Donkey Kong Country. I should probably note that you've probably noticed lately, if you've been following me, that I've been adding a lot of common Super Nintendo games. Now, I used to have a really big SNES library, over 100 games. But when I made it my goal to really commit to finishing the NES collection, I traded almost all of them away to pick up NES games. That's why I'm sort of now rebuilding my Super Nintendo collection. So some of these staple games that people are like, how do you not have that? That's the reason why. Out-of-town thrift store, $1. See if you can see it there. They put it kind of hard to see. It is a Atari Slick Stick. Now, this apparently is kind of an uncommon controller. Looked on eBay, and the prices were actually a little higher than I thought they'd be. Again, I'll post those pictures right here. It's got a really nice joystick. Like, it's not loose. It seems really nice and tight. And maybe one that's really good. I'll have to give it a try. But either way, the Atari Slick Stick for $1 seemed like a fair deal. I searched all over the store hoping to find more Atari stuff, but I couldn't. So rather someone already got it, or yeah, it's just there was nothing else. Now, all of this remainder of things I found in an out-of-town store. My wife went into a clothing store, and next door they had what looked like a sports memorabilia store. And I walked in and I started looking around, and at the back they had a row of video games. I'll post some live video feed of that up here for you to take a look at. And right away, I'm seeing these really good PS1 titles. And I look over at the guy and I said, what's the price on these? He goes, $1 a piece. And I go, what? And then he goes, oh, but there's no discs in them. And I go, oh. But I'm thinking, for $1 a piece for a disc, for really nice cases and manuals, to me this seemed like a no-brainer. So these are all missing discs, but they were $1 a piece. So the first one is Parasite Eve, which is an uncommon game and very collectible. So really happy to get that for, even if it's case and manual, for $1. Final Fantasy VII. Not nearly as uncommon or sought after as it used to be, but still holds some value. Final Fantasy VIII. Again, no disc, but for $1 for the manual and the case, I'll take it. And they're in good shape too. Final Fantasy IX. Again, just case and manual. And lastly, Grand Theft Auto Director's Cut. So, for $1 a piece, why not? If I find the loose disc, I can make them complete pretty easily. Now, he had, as you would have seen in that video, a ton of long box 3DO games, including some Sega CD box games. But he had individual stickers on them, and they ranged anywhere from $20 to $40. And I thought, well, $20 a game, 3DO stuff doesn't interest me that much. I do own a 3DO, but I'm not really looking to pay $20 to $40 per game. So he had one that didn't have a price on it. It was a Sega CD game. And I just said, hey, what are you looking to on this? And he goes, $5. So this is Cobra Command for the Sega CD. It's complete in the case. I'm not going to open it up. But the box is a little worn, but for $5, it seemed like a no-brainer. I rarely ever find Sega CD stuff, but then let alone to find a Sega CD boxed game, that was pretty cool. And then I said, you have prices on here. Are these for? And he goes, no, not at all. He goes, bring them up and we'll take a look. So I brought up two, what's it called? 3DO games that didn't have prices. And he goes, I do $5 each. So the first one was Shockwave. It's kind of hard. It's a big game. I think it was Shockwave for the 3DO. And if you open it up, it has the manual on the back, and then it has the disc in there. And for $5, for long box 3DO stuff, it seemed like a no-brainer to me. I don't see 3DO stuff ever in the wild. So for this to pop up was interesting. And the other one was called Foes of Ali. I guess boxing game, I'm going to assume. And to open this one up, opens up a little bit differently. It's got the disc and the manual right in there. $5 again. So then I brought up a few more, like Demolition Man, and I think it was Wing Commander. And he goes, I think I brought up another $5. And he goes, I do... I think he said 50 on all of them. And I thought, wow, probably not a bad deal. I just didn't feel like spending $50. So I passed. I get in the car. We're driving home. I quickly look up Demolition Man. It's selling for like $70. I'm like, why didn't I get them? So I'm thinking maybe if they're still there next time I go back, I'll get them. I did ask, where did you get these games from? And apparently he used to be a game store. And this was some stuff that was left over. He had some N64 controllers for $5, but the joysticks were broken. I passed on them. There was also a bunch of other random stuff, but I just didn't really bring a lot of money and didn't want to spend a lot. So that is all my pickups today, guys. As usual, I will post the final amounts right below here for you to see. Again, thanks for everyone who's been subscribing. It's absolutely amazing. And once we get up to 200, I'll do another giveaway with even some better games. So please click the subscribe button right here and keep on subscribing. Share this with your friends. Let them know about the channel. I will be doing another giveaway once I hit 200. And if you are on Instagram, please follow me below at Team G Sale. I will follow our sub back for YouTube or Instagram. Again, thank you so much. And please comment on the video below. Everyone who comments will automatically be entered. I will take down your YouTube ID. I will do a randomizer draw, and the person who wins will get the game delivered to them. I'll message you, get your address, and I'll ship it out. If you're local, I'll drop it off for you. Either way, we'll get a free game in your hands. And please, once again, if we get up to 200, we'll do another giveaway, hopefully with some better stuff. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great week. Talk to you soon.